Thank you, Mishra ji. Respected our Dr. Ashok Dalwai ji, who needs no introduction. He is CEO NRA, and our distinguished panelists with us, delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, Namaskar, good afternoon. And today, first, let me congratulate each one of you for celebrating this very important day. And this, if you see this cooperative movement or creation of cooperatives is not new to our country. It was started way back in 1904, and it had very significant impact in all spheres of life, whether it's agriculture or other sectors. Since today we are discussing about the agriculture, so if you see the agriculture, this here there are few cooperative movement who made real very big impact. I can say like IFCO, CRIPCO, or Amul or Seva. But if you see the success of these cooperatives, this is not very homogeneous throughout the country. Some states have made really very good progress, but in some states our strategies were failed. So I think we have to learn a lesson from the successful states, and then we can implement in those in other states too. I'm representing Niti Aayog, and Niti Aayog is following the principles of cooperative and cooperation and working on the cooperative federalism with the states. And since my topic is on to how we can implement the agriculture technology, particularly taking care of the women farmers. If we know about 70 to 80% all agricultural activities in our country were taken by care by women, directly or indirectly. Either you can take agriculture or allied sector, dairy, or any other sector. But the money that we spend for the training of women, for capacity building, for hand holding, or dissemination of the technology, then it is less than the 20%. So their contribution is more, but the resources that we allocate them for their capacity building is less in that ratio. So now I think this is time when we have to make the concentrated effort how we can improve the situation of the women through the technological intervention in the agriculture sector. In our country, if you see that there is a tremendous shift in the approach towards the women. It started from the well-being of women, then welfare during 50s, then development during 70s, then empowering during 90s, and then participation of women post 2000. So now this is the era of participation of women in all sectors. And I think we need to, after the post-COVID scenario, we don't know. We are talking about the third phase. What will happen? Third phase may come, may not come. But we have to think to incorporate these rural women to think beyond the subsistence production, to involve them in high value production, market oriented production, and then their capacity building through the cooperatives. And this is very much possible, and we have seen the success here. And one more thing I would like to mention it here. We had pandemic, but you might have seen there is no shortage of vegetables and fruits and agriculture produce in the our country, even because of pandemic. This is the only sector where we could register the positive growth rate. But the our chairman of the Dublin Farmer Committee, sir, is here. The production, we are getting very good production, but the production cost is becoming very high. So that therefore our farmers are not getting that desirable benefit from the farming and agriculture sector. And the gap from the agriculture and non-agriculture sector is increasing. And this is one of the main reasons for the migration. So therefore, we have to think in a way that we can reduce the cost of production, we can reduce the labor that is employed in the agriculture sector, and same time we have to work on the technology which should be low cost and which are less labor intensive, practically and socially acceptable by the in our society. And here there are few efforts which were made by the different states where the women have made the cooperatives and they could make the dent in the unconventional sector. One is, that is the nursery. Nursery is very important component of getting the good crop. Since our more than 85% farmers are from small and marginal category, so this is one of the sector where these ladies of the Alwar, they made a group and they start producing the nursery, and they could able to sell this nursery at the rupees of 2 per sapling. So here all the farmers of the nearby villages, not necessary to produce the nursery by themselves, but they contact these women group and they are getting the nursery in the timely manner. And the total procedure followed here. The farmers used to pay 50% advance in 1 month, one month advance to these group, and then these ladies are able to sell these nursery saplings to the needy farmers. So this is one sector, and here this 30 ladies, they are not very educated, but they are making good profit even in the pandemic time. They are able to supply these good healthy nursery to several farmers. And then this is now we are this our rice transplanting season is going ahead, and after 10-15 days we are going to have the transplanting of rice in our country. And this particular activity is purely taken care by the women farmers. And in one day, this group of ladies, one lady can cover only 500 square meter area for the through the manual transplanting. And for doing this manual transplanting, this woman had to dip her hand 6,000 to 7,000 times in a day, and for doing this transplanting. And this creates the back problem, some spinal injury to them. So, and then also this activity was performed in a group. So I think this is one sector where we can bring the mechanization, and there, this in place of doing the hand transplanting, the planter can be used, and this planter, because all our farmers cannot purchase it, so here through the cooperative, these small machineries can be made available, and like that we are doing Ola and Uber. Some efforts are going on in our country, but I think we need to make more effort because of this pandemic situation, where without contacting, with less contact, these all the resources could be made available at the village level, and that too at a cheaper cost. And then one area where this we know we are making effort to conserve water, and this water is one of the important critical input, and it is going to becoming very critical in future also. As a country level, we are water stressed country, and our water availability is decreasing with time. And during the 50s, it was about 5,300 per cubic meter per capita per year. Now it is about 1,500 cubic meter per capita per year, and it is likely to be reduced in future. So to enhance the availability of the water for the agricultural craft, this Saud Alwai sir and their organization putting all the efforts for the water set development project. And under this project, they are constructing the different water and harvesting structures. In the Pali village, this is one of the successful model where the UNICEF trained the women to work as a skilled masons. And these skilled masons, they created all the structures. And after the completion of this project, these ladies, group of the ladies, which is this cooperative, they got bidding for the construction of a community hall in their area. So this is one of the sector when through the skill development of women and through the cooperatives, at the rural level, this skill was transformed, and they could make the good, beautiful building. So I think these are type of the interventions are needed in our agriculture sector. And now, our emphasis, we are shifting from rice and wheat to more vegetables and fruits. And so, therefore, and this government of India is promoting protected cultivation. Protected cultivation means we are altering the microclimatic situations and making some structures where the vegetables, flowers, and fruits can be grown and under the adverse climatic situation. And then the crop can be saved from the insect pest diseases, and then high rainfall, wind speed, and with all these external variables will not affect. Their effect will be less. So if we have this cultivation in the polyhouse and small scale structures, these our women farmers are making very good progress, because here the size is very small, and they need some skill in cutting the flower, in the training of plant for to use the vertical space, and then packaging, then grading. So this is the also the cooperative movement which is coming in our country very well. But the rate of formation is somehow less. That is means we have to make more effort to bring such type of intervention in our agriculture sector. And this organic agriculture is coming very well, even in the cities also. Now people are going this, through the organic in their balcony and rooftop cultivation. Here also, so the women group, one women group through the cooperative, they are making this organic fertilizer. They are packing it. They have given the name of their village, and they are selling it. But the problem is that the cooperatives which I have discussed, they are not very much trained in the marketing. They could able to make farm the self-help group. They could able to farm the FPO, as the government of India is planned to make 10,000 FPO, dealing with the different sectors in the agriculture sectors, like animal and craft and fruits and processing, but they are not able to do the marketing. So I think not only the formation of the cooperative, for the successful implementation of this all these schemes and the cooperative, the hand holding or marketing is also needed. So that our cooperatives will be able to market their produce at the remunerative prices and using the new technology. Because in the pandemic, you have seen the government of India has launched that Kisan Rath app. Because of using that app, they could able to transport, bring the vegetables and fruits from one place to other place. So I think in the similar manner, there are several other initiatives which can be think over it, and which can change the total agriculture scenario, where we can reduce the total cost of production, and also we can able to make the challenges of the post pandemic. And with this, I think here our technology development or any cooperative development, we have to put some efforts to understand the need of the rural farmer, because the requirement of the rural farmer, women farmer is different than the male counterpart. So, the technology are not very much available, which are particularly suitable for the women farmer. So, there is a need of the hour that we could develop the small, low-cost technology suitable for the women farmer, and then making their cooperative, their group, and then through the marketing of their produce, we can change the total agriculture scenario in our country. And we are working through different government schemes involving different ministries to achieve the target of doubling farmer income. But we don't know how much we will be able to make, but we are making all our efforts. I would like to thank the organizer for giving me the opportunity. I will not take more time because we are already